With the release of the Nintendo Entertainment System in the United States, Nintendo knew of the risks associated with video games following the video game crash of 1983. That's why they strove to innovate where those companies didn't, putting a lot of thought into their launch lineup where it hadn't been put into sloppily coded Atari games. I could say that for the most part at least, seeing as how we got games of the quality such as Super Mario Bros. All the way down to Clu Land. Has anyone actually played and enjoyed this game? Let me know. Sometimes being packed in with the console on the very same cartridge as Super Mario Bros. Was Duck Hunt, as recognizably retro as, say, Mr. Game & Watch, with both funnily enough finding their way into Smash. But Duck Hunt is different. Rather than preceding their very first home console, it was released to capitalize on the new hardware, and also kids' obsession with shooting shit with a gun, I guess. So here we go. Duck Hunt, everyone. We've got 3 modes. 1 duck, 2 duck, clay. After carefully aiming from a fair distance, the goal is to shoot down the ducks that appear in the playing field. But be careful because they move around quite quickly. This dog will come out of the bushes following your every round, either holding a duck or 2, or he laughs at you? What a dick. Nah, screw this mode. Let's go on to clay. In this mode, you shoot these clay pigeons that start from the foreground and quickly advance to the background. With this mode providing more of a challenge, it's definitely my preferred option whenever I find myself popping in the cart again. Regardless, however, I've had my fun with both modes. After all, Duck Hunt is a pretty good game. What's the technology of such a gun, however? Well, the NES Zapper launched alongside the console and acts as a light gun. These were quite prevalent in consoles throughout the 80s and 90s. Basically, when you pull the trigger, the entire screen flashes black for a single frame, with the targets appearing as white. The gun's barrel detects these sections of white and registers them as hits if landed correctly. I'm a sucker for this kind of primitive tech, serving as a sort of precursor to the sorts of gamified physical weaponry we see today in places like arcades. What's up with this card of the game I've got though? 2 in 1? Really, Nintendo? Well, actually, this wasn't the only time they'd do this. Still in regards to the NES, there exists another one containing Mario and Duck Hunt with world-class track meet added on there. A pretty random addition, but alright. We'd see another triple cart including Super Mario Bros., Tetris, and Nintendo World Cup. Pretty cool stuff. On the other hand, the disjointedness these cartridges presented may very well be jarring to some. Like, Mario and Tetris on the same cart? They're different games. Such stark contrast, Nintendo. Maybe someone will prefer a mixture of the games instead. Luigi! Well, ever heard of Tetris DS? Damn, I love this version of Tetris. It's basically just Tetris, but with a few extra modes, and with the general theming of it being all about the NES. Look at this controller. Rectangular, uncomfortable. Yeah, the actual NES controller isn't exactly the best. I do love the meatiness of these A and B buttons, but the shape of this thing just ain't doing it for me. Thankfully, Nintendo would up their game with their next home console, the Super Nintendo. I mean, look at this controller, man. The curvature, they brought the select button back! The Super Nintendo had some of the most critically acclaimed games of all time on it, man. But there was no Clu Land sequel, so never mind, fuck this console. But hey, we got a sequel to, Donkey Kong! Look at the graphics, man, so advanced. You see how this man looked before? Look at him now, look at the polygons. He's like, polygonal, well, polygonally pixelated, if you will. But let's get less polygonal and more round. Everyone needs a little roundness in their lives, yeah? Katamari Damacy. This Japanese little PS2 game where you roll around a ball called a Katamari and essentially get everything all stuck up on it. On paper, it may not sound like the most interesting idea for a game, but damn does it create a sort of therapeutic experience. That's truly the best way I can describe it. Hey guys, if you had a Katamari, what would you do with it? Leave your answers in the comments below. Yeah. Me? I would mow my lawn. And, grass, the color of green, just like Luigi. Look at this man. Look at him. I love Luigi. He's such a lovable scaredy cat. He shits bricks in the Luigi's Mansion series, but it's alright because he gets rich, I guess. Why is this man so damn rich, though, and yet he lives with his older brother still? Like, come on. Move the hell out, Luigi. Then you don't gotta deal with your bitch-ass brother reading your fucking diary under the floorboards. Like, remember guys, Paper Mario, you can go under the floor, and throughout the game, Luigi updates his entries in his little diary there, and it's so cute. But Mario fucking barges in and shit, like, mind your damn business. Luigi, you can literally move out, so do it. Dear Diary, Minecraft bees. Why are they so damn big? Look, this is a Minecraft bee, and this is a real life bee. Mojang, why are they so big? Write me back soon. I'll send that to you. The aerodynamics of paper-crafted airplanes are somewhat reminiscent of the Ratchet & Clank series. As we analyze such properties, we as gamers come to realize the true link between Ratchet & Clank and the sad, inescapable fragility of paper. I mean, look at it. The second this shit hits water, we're back to reality, man. But hey, on the contrary, ever played Star Tropics? It's this really neat classic NES adventure game in which you traverse through tough dungeons similar to that of Zelda, although the theming of the weaponry and such holds American contemporary relevance, somewhat similar to that of Earthbound. After all, two of the weapons do happen to be baseball bats and yo-yos, but I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, huh? Contained alongside the original instruction booklet on the game's original release is a piece of paper that, if dipped in water for a certain part of the game in which a password is required to progress, will reveal said password, opening the path forward. For a game released right at the turn of the decade, just barely preceding the more modern technologies of the 4th generation of video game consoles, the use of paper to progress is relevant to its ability to meet a positive end as well, a solution if you will. Paper Mario is a game series that needs to make up its damn mind in this regard. In some sections, Mario can fall in the water and get away with it after having lost some health, but other times, look at this man! Flailing over the edge and shit. Make up your mind, Nintendo. Are you gonna display the cruelty of reality, or are you gonna shelter our youth? But, in spite of its fragility, paper is essential, man. This hand from the toilet in Zelda Majora's Mask would agree. In giving him a sheet of paper, you're helping him achieve an end that he would not have had the privilege to otherwise. Paper, in both a cruel and a whimsical sense, provides a vessel of finality. It's helped us as gamers achieve wonderful things. But, in some cases, the second it hits the water... Duck Hunt is a pretty good game.